Oh, guys, I thought we were going to pull a fast one real quick. We had Roxanne still on, helping Brian out with his computer, and she hurried up and ditched off at the last minute on us. So
I thought we were going to get a.
Oh, shit.
I seen it with my own two eyes, is wearing a Jets shirt.
Lawyer.
And I witnessed it, Ryan witnessed it, Ed witnessed it. We got three mother foes that know Roxanne got caught wearing
I saw her wearing
a Jets shirt.
She was wearing a Chiefs shirt to me.
Rolling with my home.
Oh God.
Why didn't you go rolling with my homies?
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity there. I think I like that one, Kenny.
Well, this is like from 4 years ago, I think, before they started calling him that. I got this for my first Christmas gift, Santa Christmas thing. What was that called? Christmas time, Sacred Santa.
Secret Santa.
There's Shane's in chat, so you want to ask him something.
Let me real quick say congratulations on the wedding, brother.
Yeah, congratulations.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I saw him there. It came to my mind like, oh, I better say that.
Wait a minute. I just screwed up.
Don't do that.
I just sent the invite to Jimmy P's thing instead of renewing.
Oh my
God. Well, ignore it and put Shane in real quick, and then when he comes back, it'll say full.
Yeah.
Okay. The invite has been sent.
So you invited Brian to the East then, right?
This is... Oh, no. I invited
Okay. But Brian said he'd do
guys,
another one, or we can put it out there for anyone else that wants to do it. It's up to you. You're the commish.
Yeah. Brian, are you in the other league with Jimmy?
He's not in.
I was in one. I'm only in one.
He's in the north.
Okay.
He's not in the east. I'm pretty sure.
And you know him being a New York boy, he wants to be in the East.
Jimmy P quit like 20 minutes ago, so now I've got to find people to fill his spots up. So far we've got Sam
really well.
in one.
And Peplin said he'll do one.
Shane said he'll do one.
Yeah, Shane.
Oh, is it Shane or Sam? I'm sorry.
The north and
Shane.
the east.
It's Shane Tanks, this guy right here, Ed.
I'm sorry, Shane. I thought we were giving it to somebody named Sam.
No, Shane.
Okay.
Sam Smith is the singer.
I didn't read what the... Oh, it does say Shane, and then I don't want to read the rest of your thing.
Yeah.
For Magnum at the end of it. Okay. Let's see. Now I got to find another league. Jimmy actually was a mega champion last year. He won 2 different divisions.
I know he's in the east and the north.
Oh, there's Will.
Oh, I think we replaced him in the north.
Whip!
Let's go to the east.
Yo.
What's up, Whip?
Not much.
Whipmeister.
Sorry.
How we doing today?
Wonderful. You're awesome. Jimmy P just dropped out of the leagues. So now I've got to scramble to find new players. So far, we just got Shane.
Do you need me to pick up another one?
Yeah.
Just not tomorrow.
This one is for tomorrow. This one is tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
I can do that one.
There's a link there, Shane, if you wanted to come up.
Yeah, come on up, Shane.
And you are already in this one drafting, Whip.
Yeah.
Well, he is freshly married. He may not be decent.
Oh, man.
But Brian's
We're
not in
monetized,
the east.
so it could only increase our viewership. Commissioner. And then we have one other team that we think the person has dropped out 2 years ago, and they didn't play last year either. So we'll work on that team as soon as we replace the Jimmy teams. Member or other teams? Okay.
Well, Jimmy's not playing. I don't think I'm going to play either.
Yes, he is. I'm just lying about this whole situation. Okay. So, in this league, we've got me, Rico, Rhino. Oh, no, I think that's Ryan.
That's me.
It looked like
Rhino.
And then Larry from Buffalo. Jessica, that's Larry Steele. But we normally just call her Jess. That's why it sounds weird to say Jessica. Kenny E. M. Oh, M is the guy that we don't know who it is. The Dingleberries is also in this league, which is nice. Whip and Rick. Don't remember $800 message.
That's Ricky De Hoyos.
Oh my God, I got to make sure Ricky De Hoyos knows.
Oh my God, the only guy I know can talk football and dingleberries and make it sound good, you know?
Sound good to you?
I'm not sure that those two things go together ever.
Well, I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm super mad at Google. Because last night during the Chiefs game, they changed my normal messenger to Google Messenger. But they want me to sign up on it. See, look at that. See that thing right there? And when I click it, this is what comes up.
I saw that thing right there, but there was too many icons in the way.
And then it says, set default SMS app. So I do that, and I want my old messenger as my default. But look, they got it in light gray, so I can't click it. I can only hit Google's to set as my default to go to. So right now, I can't even get into my messaging unless somebody messages me first. I went to the AT&T store to complain about it, but they were all booked up, and I had my mom and dad, and we were trying to get to the restaurant, so I just left. I think I'm going to get up early and try to get it fixed tomorrow. But Ricky, if you're out there, I'm trying to text you. Okay. So, that was fun. Who are we getting rid of here? Jimmy's.
Oh Lord.
We could put Scotty Schmidt in there.
Peplet said he'd do it.
Whip's already in it.
No, Peplet.
Is Peplin in this one?
No, he's not. He's not in the East.
Oh.
I'm in the North, I think.
Be in the East because he could be with his Jets. Him and Roxanne with their Jets.
Peplin, do you know how to type in private chat your
Steeler shirt.
email?
I know how to add. You don't have my email, Ed? Really?
Well, see, it's only giving me the
Here,
last 8 people I emailed.
Private chat.
I have your email, but not right here. So that means I have to leave this page to find it.
I bet Roxanne could put it in the private chat. There you go.
And there's his beautiful face.
There.
Woohoo!
See how easy that is? Mm-hmm.
So I got to ask you guys, what are you most excited to see this year for football?
Cheerleaders.
Jets Super Bowl. You know what I'm excited about? Just hope they doesn't get hurt first game.
What do you mean first game? First play? First series?
First play. Third play.
Yeah,
Yours didn't even make it to fucking opening fucking day.
I know. My guy didn't make it out of the first preseason game. But
Uh,
hey, for the
Rogers
record,
lasted
I've been preaching
4
it the
minutes
whole
longer
time.
than your.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been preaching it the whole year. We could have had
So
Bo
Sam
Nix,
Darnold, your guy? Is that what's going on out there?
And Bo Nix.
Darnold's the guy.
Bo Nix looks like he's going to be a hell of a player, but it's early. But I think I was right. We should have went Bo Nix. I think he
Who
gets more
thinks that Fitzgerald will end up in either Pittsburgh or Minnesota? He's just
Ryan?
sitting out there. Yeah, he's just sitting out there unless he got picked up in the last day or so.
I thought he was retired.
I think he is just not playing because nobody
maybe.
picked him up yet.
I gotta look.
Well, I'm happy we got Stephon Gilmore to at least save our year for. We lost 3 quarters in less than
Yeah.
Is that
a week.
Fitzpatrick?
Just a free agent.
Yep.
Yeah, because the
Got him-
Steelers
I
don't
paid
have
way
anybody
too much for him,
at
but-
all right now.
Yeah,
People were all hopped up about the 2 knuckleheads that they picked up for nothing, and they can't.
You don't like
play.
Fields?
I hate him.
I hate Russell Wilson.
I would be very.
I like Fields over Wilson.
I like him
our
over
quarterback
Wilson.
Situation's kind of sketchy, and I like it a whole lot better than the Steelers situation. That's for sure.
I mean, you're close
See,
enough. Did you
I
any of the
don't-
Bears games? He cannot play. He's fast. That's his move.
Yeah, and Russell Wilson used to be good, but like time has passed him
He
up.
has, he has not been good.
You know what that
this
kid should do? He should be coming the next Cordell Stewart, man. Swallow your pride, get out there, start catching some balls, run some plays.
No doubt. Yeah.
I don't
It's
know if he's as
amazing. Like
shifty as
both of them.
Stewart was. He's kind of a straight line runner. I don't know if that's true or not, but he
He's
did
not good at
impress
running
me
anymore.
for the 3
So you
years.
have
he
him,
was in
Russell, in the
Chicago.
same game, same time. Put him all over the place. Put him at tight end. Put him at corner. I mean, the guy could probably play all
Who's
3.
going to throw him the ball though?
Wilson,
Come on, have you seen the man?
whip. There was a time he was basically the Patrick Mahomes of the league.
That time has come and gone.
Yeah, we get old, but they still got. He's better than
He
probably.
got nothing.
He's
Wait,
he sucked.
better than everybody
Right.
else in the quarterbacks right now.
There's a reason why Denver paid him to go away. Please go away.
I don't think I would put him anywhere close to the same name as Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, he was better than Mahomes back when he was good.
No. He
Mahomes
won a
can't
lot
even
more
hardly
than
do anything.
Dak has ever won, but he's kind of like a Dilford, minus the longevity.
Oh, trust me, dude. It takes less than this whip to get him talking. Anytime he can talk about his Mahomie, he's on it.
I mean,
Every time.
let's face it. Belichick and Brady are so far ahead of Mahomes that it's not even funny. You can't even talk about them in the same sentence.
So, Ed, I gotta believe you're probably excited about Worthy. You have to be excited about.
Nobody wants to.
You broke him.
I'll agree. I mean, that's just facts right there.
He's froze like a motherfucker. Look at him.
Yeah. Reality just hit him.
Yeah.
Poof.
Well, you guys are jibber jabbing. I'm trying to get somebody to take Barry's spot, and I'm asking
He's still
Tampa
work.
Tom right now.
Who?
Tampa
I thought
Tom.
Shane was going to take him.
Tampa Tom. You want to play?
Thought we had this figured out already.
I didn't know
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had somebody taking Barry's spot.
Shane's takes.
Okay, I'll.
Well, remember, he's been
Tampa
in
Tom,
here.
he
He said,
can't join.
He said
No.
he'd do multiple leagues, right? Because he'd be
Tampa
in two.
Tom?
How many leagues was Jimmy in?
2 or
Just 2.
3.
2 or 3.
Just 2, I think, but I'm not sure.
So if
certain.
you are in these leagues with us, from here forward, if you do not want to play anymore, you need to let us know long before we get to the night before the draft. That's uncool,
That would be nice.
unacceptable. If you don't want to play, you let us know. We'll get you out. There's always somebody that wants to step up. It's just tonight we're stressing because it was done at the last minute, the night before the drafts. So not cool, but we'll have fun either way, right, boys?
Oh yeah. Tampa
I
Tom
don't
said
know.
he's driving home.
I might be stressed.
Well, we're not doing it today, are we? It'd be tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah.
You just
Okay,
got to
We're
say
stressed
yeah.
tomorrow. We are exactly about 14 hours.
Well, I got Shane in. Well, I invited Shane just now. So, Shane, you got to say yes to 2 of your things on, I guess, Facebook. Or, no, on your email.
Yahoo.
And
Email.
well, it should be on your, it should be sent to your email that I just was given.
Right,
Yeah.
but that'll
And then
take
you go there
yeah.
and say yes. And then Peplin has to do the same thing. Peplin's team's name is Kick Me in the Jimmy. And this team is Berries.
You can change the name.
You definitely can change those. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a pretty
I
funny
think you
name.
should stick it, man.
Jimmy.
Although kick me in the
Ravens
Jimmy
are
is
playing.
pretty kind of
I always did love that. Kick me in the Jimmy.
And he won it all last year, which is what's more weird, but I guess you can't do
destroyed
it. You
it.
can't do it.
He destroyed everybody in 2 leagues. That's
Well, he
incredible.
should have. He had the number 1 pick.
In both.
he's just really good at picking up players.
Well,
He had number 1
Now-
and number 2 pick in the 2 leagues he was in. I mean, give me that. I guarantee you. I will
He didn't
probably
even
do
get to
pretty good.
draft his baseball team, and he is destroying us in that too.
what?
Then my password's invalid.
Maybe we're better off without him. Give us a
Yeah,
chance.
right. We have a shot.
Well,
It's a shame. I don't
correct me
understand
if
that,
I'm
but-
wrong. Wasn't that auction league fun because nobody actually got to steal the first pick in the draft because anybody could have got Cramshaw.
I got the first
Not
2
Cramshaw.
picks.
What's that guy's name?
Christian McCaffrey.
McCaffrey?
McCaffrey.
Yeah, I got the first 2 picks. McCaffrey
Wow.
and Tyreek Hill. That's the way I look
So,
at it.
This guy has a crazy good team, but it's going to be fun. And I was
We'll see
hoping
what
we could do
happens.
one more of those auction leagues with more people because I'd like to see it with 10 people.
Yeah, like next year we'll have to set it up a little more in advance and get a few more people into it, the auction league. Because
The other thing I was telling Ed that we might want to consider, because there's a lot of us that are doing it, multiple leagues every year, that all the dedicated ones want to be that committed, maybe go and change it up to a keepers league.
yeah,
So that way, you get a couple nice rookies on your team. You can ride the coattails on them, and
yep.
be kind of nice to have a keeper league.
I don't know
If we
if
can
that
find
means-
one that will do it for free, or if we'd have to take a poll if everybody wouldn't mind paying whatever it is, if it's like $5, $10, whatever.
1,900.
Huh?
That's too much.
Yep, I'm out.
I'm out. Unless there's a big payout if we do well. I mean, maybe then, but
No, I just need to be paid extra to keep track of the extra players.
Well,
Oh,
what Kenny
and he
was
needs to
saying
get
though, is that you
paid.
can pay the services.
Well, I was going to share something. Let me see if I can. Before all this crap happened, I had something I wanted to talk about, but now I got to send it
Is
to
it
my
a soap
computer.
opera?
Is it a what?
Soap opera?
No. This
Oh,
this is a guy that claims he's the top or he's in the top 1% of best Yahoo drafters in the league. And he gives his advice, and I don't know if I agree with it. So let me see if I can. Oops, that doesn't work.
give me the first.
Share to Facebook chats. But this is who he said the top 6 quarterbacks are in the league for
All right.
fantasy purposes.
Let's see it.
And I got to go to Facebook. Sorry, guys. Normally I have all this stuff pre-downloaded.
So it'd be Hurts, Lamar Jackson, what's his name? Allen in Buffalo, Josh Allen, Mahomes. Those would be 4, I think.
Jackson.
Yeah, I said Lamar Jackson.
I got
The
Jordan
next 2
Love.
are kind of up in the air.
Jordan Love, Rodgers. I got on my team.
There you go. I just shared it.
I did that.
This
They
is
gave
his
me a
top
code.
6
Try it.
in order.
Hurts,
And he's
Allen,
putting Richardson.
What?
Richardson isn't even drafted in our auction league.
Number 3? Wow. Dude didn't
And-
play very much last year. He's has
I
very little NFL experience.
And this guy talks about how you should never take risks. He's like, whatever you do, don't pick Jake London because
Yeah,
Jake
do that.
London is going in the end of the second or the beginning of the third
Who-
round.
Who picked these
But
6?
he could be really good, but he could be horrible, and you can't waste a good pick on a player. But then he says Richardson, who's a major bust.
But my
Well, I don't
question:
know that
Who was this?
Richardson's a
And
bust.
who left this? Who did this? Who gave this list?
Bill Harlison.
Bill Harlison.
How on earth? You guys explain it to me. Okay, this is retarded to me. I mean, where is Joe Burrow? How could he not be ahead of at least 2 people on this list? Maybe even 3.
And Richardson also.
4, 7, 4, 5.
Because
Yeah,
Richardson's
I mean-
the injury risk, but so is Burrow, and Burrow's proven.
Richardson might pan out. He might be great, but nobody really knows yet. The guy played, 3 games or something?
And
And it
Stroud
was okay.
played 1 year.
Well,
Got Stroud there.
I think
DJ, I think deserves to be on that list. I think he's there.
Stroud is
Stroud?
pretty legit,
7,
but
3,
like you said, he's only played 1 year, and sometimes these quarterbacks have
I'll tell you
sophomore
guys
slump.
something. From what I'm seeing out of that kid, I'll be shocked at halfway through the year if Bo Nix isn't on the top 10 list.
I think they're saying Allen because of who's at the very bottom of the page that we can't see.
Prescott. Dak
Oh, Hip is
Prescott.
down there.
Yeah,
Just a
he's covered by Shane's tanks and bowls, though.
Poor Whip. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, Whip's not even there. He's left.
Whip's not saying
He's like,
anything,
I'm
yet
gonna
he's
go
not
take a
there.
Put a
Give him
comment
the
back
number
up.
and he took off on us.
That's funny.
We were starting to talk quarterbacks, so
and
obviously we know why he left the room, right?
no Lamar Jackson on there. Like you got
No Lamar Jackson.
I know. And the reason why he had those other guys on there is because they're touchdown getters. And Lamar's a touchdown runner.
but
No Justin
Yeah.
Herbert.
plus
No
Lamar
Joe
gets
Burrow.
you rushing yards.
Yeah.
No Jordan Love. I mean, come on. That's a twisted up list. I don't
Yeah.
know where did that's a twisty list, man.
I mean, I put Goff ahead of Richardson. Maybe Stafford.
Stroud.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers isn't on that list, really?
Well,
Jordan Love.
we'll see how Rodgers does. I wish
Jordan Love just got paid.
He
no Gardner Minshew. What's happening?
I think I'm all set, Ed.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see. I'm going to share this now.
Don't you dare.
I'm daring.
Okay, there.
Let's see if
Fine.
Kenny pops it.
I don't know if I
Hi,
can
Kenny.
pop over to my other league. Oh, here's my other.
How did we allow this to happen?
One's that.
Oh.
This is Ryan's auction league team.
Hell yeah. That's a
Jalen
badass
Hurts,
team right there. As long as they stay healthy.
considered the number 2 ranked quarterback in Yahoo. Tyreek Hill, the number 1 ranked wide receiver. A.J. Brown, the number 6 ranked. Christian McCaffrey, the number 1 ranked. Williams, number 8. I don't know about that, but we'd have to look at who's above him. The super rookie kid from the Raiders that I wasn't aware of until after the fact. And then he has
Bowers. Is he talking about Bowers?
Bowers. Yeah, that kid looks like a stud. And then he has this number 2 wide receiver with Lamb.
Does he?
Oh, yeah.
He ain't playing yet.
Yeah, I mean, a lot has to. I like the look of my team too, but I mean, a lot has to go right still. You know, it's fantasy football. Anything can happen, you know?
I think
I
we're
took a chance this year, but I think it's going to pay off.
Isaiah
I took a chance and
Pacheco,
I think it will pay off.
my backup running back, he could blow out an Achilles first game.
Hey, what's up with Rice? Is he playing, Ed?
Who?
Rice?
Rasheed Rice.
Right now
His-
he is.
Yeah.
His court date would be in November if it happened. So you're looking at the second half of the season where he'd be suspended. But that's really good for the Chiefs. It's like the greatest news for the Chiefs since Brown is hurt in the first half.
Oh, Hollywood's not playing?
Nope. He's
Oh,
Do you remember a few years ago when Tyreek Hill dislocated his sternum?
yeah.
The same thing happened to him. He dislocated his sternum. He was out. Tyreek
It's
was out.
dangerous going to Kansas City. I wouldn't recommend
Yeah,
it.
let me tell you something. I got somebody on my team, Ed, I think is going to pay me a lot of points this year. His name's Mr. Worthy. I think he's going to turn out to be your number 1 now.
Yep. Well, I was reading
He's got
today they are
speed. He's
considering
got the
him the
total
number
package,
1.
man. He's got the speed. He's got the size. He's got the hands. I mean, this kid's going to tear it up.
Unnatural aquariums.
Unnatural aquariums.
Who's this?
And what makes it unnatural is the angelfish never look at each other. They always got their backs to each
Yeah,
other.
they never face each other.
Let's see if I can make this bigger. I can't.
That's okay.
Nuts. Oh well. Let's go to league. And then Kenny. Kenny is playing me in the first week. And he's
Ed,
got
check
Lamar
private
Jackson.
chat.
Now, why doesn't... Oh, there it is. So he's got the 3rd overall quarterback, the 18th overall wide receiver, the 23rd overall receiver, the 5th over running back, the 19th, and the 7th. But the reason why everybody has good numbers like that is because there were so few people in the draft.
Yeah. Yeah, every team's going to be stacked.
Well, Ed, go for shits and grins and show them what we have to pick from for our players that are still out there if we have an injury this week. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Players.
Who's left in our draft here?
Yeah, Michael Pittman, who had 1,000 yards last year, still
I
there.
mean, these are the scrubs in our league.
Anthony Richardson is still there. Tank Dell.
You could get the number
Is
3
still there.
quarterback still,
Yeah.
according to that guy, Bill.
Montgomery, Tank. You could put together a winning team from this. And
Oh, yeah.
one thing, though, I'm very upset with Yahoo is they've made a new way of making money. If I mess up something in Yahoo, you used to be able to just go to commissioners' changes, and the commissioner could change anything in the league. And like I entered everybody's teams before I did the positioning, and I didn't add the third wide receiver. And it said because the teams are already in, it's everything's locked down. It'll now cost me $25 to fix my mistake.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Trying to nickel and dime you.
I've been playing this thing for 20 plus years. I've never had them try to charge me for my mistakes. And I already made another mistake.
2 wide receivers, that works.
Yeah. I made a mistake in the draft on Sunday, and I put 2:00 instead of 3:00. And they want me to pay $25 to change it to 3:00.
Oh my God.
And it's like, well, I think our drafts are only going to be about an hour long anyway, so we'll just leave it at 2. Because $25 for every nickel and dime. I was almost afraid they might try to nickel and dime me $25 for Jimmy to swap teams, but I guess they can't say that was a commissioner's fault.
Hey, speaking of that, you should look at Brian's message in the private chat.
My message? Oh, yeah, private chat. Check private chat.
Oh, okay, I got you. Copy. And now I got it. What were the 2 leagues that he was in?
North and East. You're talking about Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. North and East.
Okay. So, guys, keep talking about. Oh, I can't show this stuff, so I'm gonna have to shut it down.
Shut her down. We could talk amongst
There you go, Ed. It's off.
Sweet. I'm excited about the Raiders. Like, I think a lot of people are underestimating them. Like, we got a good offensive line. We got killer receivers. The defense, like the defensive line, the linebackers are really good. Our coach was really successful with defense towards the end of the year last year when he took over. The secondary is a little sketchy. And, quarterback, I like Minshew, but we'll see if he can be like the guy,
I like McDonald too, dude. I think that kid's going to –
Oh, yeah.
Aiden O'Connell being a good quarterback.
Aiden O'Connell might be way better than Minshew someday, but it's probably not quite yet.
I will admit I'm disappointed with the Vikings right now, but it's nothing that they did. I mean, we just had injuries and death, and it's just been a rough start.
No, I would be disappointed that they're actually going into this year with McDonald as their quarterback. That dude sucks butt.
Especially when Patrick is sitting right there.
In car time.
He's sitting right there, Kenny.
I'm sorry, Peplin, that I said that McDonald sucks butt, but
I hate McDonald.
Oh, good. Maybe the Vikings could pick up Herman or McCole Harmon. The Chiefs could cut him and send him to Minnesota.
We don't need him.
He's still a Chief, isn't he?
I
believe he's a Chief.
He'll be cut by Monday, I guarantee you.
Cut him.
Kenny, did you hear that there were rumors? I don't think they're still out there or viable, but they were talking that maybe Minnesota would trade for Wilson.
Jamar Chase?
No, Wilson from the Steelers. And then the Steelers were going to, I don't know what the hell they were going to do. But that made the Chicago news.
Oh,
Interesting.
God,
as long as the Broncos still have to pay, I could care less. Sorry, Kenny, you don't want him.
I wouldn't be against it.
I would if I were you. That dude, the game has passed Russell Wilson by.
But even that guy's probably better than Darnold.
That could be. It still might be an upgrade.
I'd rather invest time in the younger guy, though. You know,
I mean, if I had my choice, that backup that was playing last night for the Bears, I thought that kid looked pretty darn sharp.
Bajan.
Painted. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a good, and he's a Chicago, storyline kind of guy, where he grew up in Chicago and he played for a tiny little school.
nice.
Nobody even expected him to be drafted. Now he's backup.
I think he could start somewhere down the road, man. He makes very fast and decisive decisions. I mean, I thought the kid looked pretty darn.
There's going to be a whole slew of third string quarterbacks that end up getting cut here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think our rookie kid, our second year guy, that Hall kid, I think is going to get the axe. I think we're going to keep Mullins. We got to keep, obviously, the kid that's going to be on AR for the whole year. Although we might
guys ought to trade and get Oladokin from the Chiefs.
You're just trying to unload all your shitty players?
No, I like Okadokin. I like Okadokin a lot. But just so you guys have a good quarterback. And then send him back to the Chiefs next year.
You should trade for Rashee Rice like halfway through the season.
Who the hell's Rashee Rice?
He's that Kansas City Chief guy that likes racing cars.
Yeah, and every week that goes by, he's got more charges building up.
Yeah, I guess if he had taken the gun out of the car when he left the scene of the accident, that might have been a better move.
They just aren't smart people sometimes.
Some of them certainly are not.
Remember when you guys probably heard about it, even though it was in Chicago, when Lance Briggs bought himself a Lamborghini and took it out and was doing like 200 miles an hour or whatever he was doing, wrecked it in the middle of the Dan Ryan, and he walked away. He just walked away and said, yeah, somebody stole my Lamborghini.
Nice try, buddy.
Well, it's like Ryan's bad luck. Ruggs, that kid would probably be breaking a lot of records in his lifetime. I mean, that kid was really talented.
Who knows? Yeah, he seemed like he was going to be a good one.
He had a great rookie year. He's up, and kid buys a new Corvette and decides to do 180 or whatever it was, smack that poor lady and kills her. Now
and her dog.
Behind bars.
Not only the lady, but her dog too.
Yeah, I mean,
burnt alive. Not good. Don't drink and drive, kids.
But
not worth it.
I mean, I think again, you hit it on the head. He was a young kid. That's something that the NFL, I think, needs to take a little more ownership in it. Some of these kids that are coming, they're coming from no money, and you're throwing, $10 million at them for a sign-on bonus. I mean, They need to do a better job of they should have chaperones for the first 5 years they're in the league or something, and somebody to handle their money right away and help them out.
When I was 22, I would have bought a supercar too, man.
I know I would have.
Yeah.
At 22 years old, you give me a $10 million sign-on bonus check?
Yeah, you do stupid things. For
and
sure.
Nobody to tell me no?
I bought my first house at 22.
Yeah, but just think of what that house would have looked like if you had $10 million sitting in the bank.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have been
You wouldn't have a Ferrari in the garage, too. Chiefs red.
Ed probably would have had like some kind of mega truck. I had to build a second story so I could get my truck in there.
Randy's picture me shit because I want one of those news. Have you seen these cool little chopper cars they got coming out now?
I hate them.
It's a little mini helicopter.
Chopper.
They're little.
I thought you meant chop.
That's a hovercraft that could go up to like 2 miles in the air. It's like a Jetson mobile, man.
Yeah, I have seen those. Those are awesome. I thought you were talking about the trucks that the dudes, the kids, all chop them down to where they're riding right above the ground.
No, dude, I'm talking about these cool little hovercraft things.
Yeah. I have seen those. Those are awesome.
I mean, talking about traffic's no longer an issue. You're hovering
You're right.
nicely.
I'll
You're
just
looking
go
at it
up.
all like, damn, am I glad I bought this car? You know what I mean? It's like, absolutely not. Your
And
track record.
I bet it's
no,
not
you're
electric either. Could you imagine me having one of those as an electric?
I wouldn't do it.
Oh shit!
Well, it
Yeah.
might have to be electric, so that way it slows down.
Brian, you still awake over there?
What's that?
Brian looks like he was about ready to nod off.
Oh, tablet.
There that fish.
I meant to ask you and Roxanne, are the Harlequins breeding now that we've been firing back up the ASE?
I don't know what you said.
He said stuff about fish and things. Harlequins. Are you got them breeding yet?
Some rasaboras.
Rasbora? What?
The
Which
Harlequins.
one?
The Harlequins, right? Is that what you said, Jimmy?
No, we haven't tried them yet.
Jimmy.
I got an idea. I'm gonna set up a tank
Jimmy
for
on the
'em.
brain.
I
How
got
about
some little
angels? You got any
tiny
angels going on?
rasaboras. Suckers are tiny.
I need angels. One of you
Can we put an
guys.
external speaker on
One of
it?
you guys need to do angel fish.
We have one?
You need like 1,000 of them.
Angels?
Hard to hear.
I need like 3 or 4. Not no.
Are you wanting Altums or what kind of angels?
I want a variety.
Because I do have my friend that does the Altums. So
Yeah,
I
but
can
those are
get
like
you out.
$1,000.
No.
Those things are legit. They're in
I
my.
know, but I love them,
Legit,
but
John's not greedy. I guarantee it won't be anywhere near 1,000.
Who was
They're in my
just
logo
looking
that
for
that Ed
Ask
was
him.
showing.
see what he says.
Right now, I know he's specializing in these new ones that are they're true Altas, but they got a lot more red in them. I guess. I don't know. I don't know enough about them.
Yeah, they
I
got
heard
little
about that.
red spots on their shoulder.
But his fish are always premier and
Were you guys on the on Skipper's auction at all?
What do you listen to?
yeah, he was about 6 months ago.
The main
No, he just did it like 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago.
I thought you were doing that,
No.
Kenny.
What's that?
You were? Oh, okay. I guess
Yeah,
not.
I was in a
one of the guys
stream
he had on there was auctioning off some. They were so red they almost looked like glow angels, but they were not. They were
Well,
off.
Dean used to make those red angels. Those used to be all over the place around here.
That's probably where it started off. Then
Yeah, probably.
I need somebody local though, really, because my water sucks, and I need somebody's water that's raising them in sucky water, so it's not such a huge
Yeah,
change for them.
yeah. Anything from the northwest can be super soft for the
No,
most
I'm
part.
hard.
Well, maybe not
We are-
super.
I have.
You have some hardness, and so do I. But
Yeah, mine is like 9.
Oof. And it's probably got a ton of chlorine that you got to filter out.
No, mine's on a well, so all that stuff is out. But I do have, for whatever reason, probably the farms around me. I do have ammonia and nitrites in mine, or nitrates.
woo,
we got going on
Resolve
here?
number 2. I like that.
Yeah, this is the top 6 running backs in the league.
Hmm.
So
I don't think
You
I got
have-
any of them.
CMC, whoever that is.
Christian McCaffrey.
Who?
Christian McCaffrey.
Christian Mack. Oh, he should have separated C-Mac or put a dot or something. CMC. I've never heard of him called CMC. And then Hall, that is Peplin's running back. Williams.
Hopefully.
Who's Williams? Is that the
Jamal Williams.
Rams guy?
Well, the problem is there's right now there's 3 Williams in the league this year,
Yeah,
isn't there?
that's kind of weird the way he made this list.
Gibbs is kind
I'd
of
like
I don't
to
know
get
which
all.
Williams. Maybe you get if you buy Williams in his league, you get all Williams.
And who's Robinson? Is he talking about Brian Robinson?
Bijan.
No, the Atlanta dude.
Bijan.
Oh yeah.
Robinson.
Well, I'm in shock to be truthful.
Oh, okay, Bijan. Duh. Sorry.
There's 2 running backs I think are going to destroy it this year with their new teams. One is going to be Derrick Henry. 2 is going to be
Shankwan.
Saquon Barkley. Yes.
How long
Kenny
does Derrick
E
Henry
likes
stay
to
healthy?
live with the
his
old
run
guys.
has been incredible, but it has to end at some point, right? Or does it? Maybe he's just King Henry for forever.
I think with Jackson Hill on the field at the same time, I think he's going to destroy people this year.
Well, and then he got onto the Ravens too. If you're a running back, you want to. That's the place to be.
Yeah, that's the place to be, man.
Except they always get hurt too. So that's the other thing is he might get hurt.
He's already used to from his years at Tennessee. That guy was getting incredible workloads put on him.
Yeah, he rarely does, but a lot of Ravens running backs get hurt.
I don't think he's going to be one of them. He's pretty stout guy.
So he's got CeeDee Lamb, then Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Amon St. Brown, Jamar Chase, and then Puka.
Did you guys hear about Chase? I was watching the game tonight, and they said that he's sitting in instead of sitting out. He's coming to all the practices, but he refuses to do anything until they give him $30 million a year.
That's the same as CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's holding out too.
But is he showing up to practice?
I don't think so.
I've never heard of sitting in. He's sitting in so he doesn't get fined because they said that he can't be fined if he shows up to everything.
So he shows up, but he doesn't do anything?
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Lame.
But CeeDee Lamb is at the end of his contract. Jamar Chase does 2 years left on his contract.
No, I think CeeDee Lamb still has time on his contract. Pretty sure.
Oh, I thought that this was his last year.
No, I think he's just holding out for more money. He's under contract, but he's saying that he wants even more.
This guy, he's getting paid $7.5 million a year, but he took a $15.5 million signing bonus 3 years ago. I don't think it's cool that they just say, "Well, I want $30 million because these other guys are making $30 million." They got to.
Yeah,
I don't agree with CeeDee Lamb being number 1 either. I don't know how that happened.
Well, they're saying that Dak Prescott has nobody else to throw to, and their running game is so terrible.
Well, that argument could be harder about Minnesota too. Then, but we just got no quarterback to throw at them.
That's just going to make things harder for CeeDee Lamb if that's true.
But he put Dak Prescott as number 6 overall quarterback too.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb is under contract for $17.9 million this year. It's the last year, so he's probably looking for an extension.
He wants $33 million plus. He's saying he wants to be.
Yep.
Well, I don't know.
It's causing a rift in Cincinnati too, because Jamar Chase is ready for a new contract. He wants to get paid, so that he's waiting to see what CeeDee Lamb gets.
But
a lot of stuff's going to fall when CeeDee gets paid.
But Jamar Chase has 2 years left on his contract.
Right, but for some reason I was listening to it just yesterday or the day before on NFL Network that he wants a new deal already. When he
doesn't want to be under his rookie contract. I think the owners should start playing hardball and just say, Look, you're gonna lose millions of dollars you're never gonna make back.
See, Jamar Chase is only he's only scheduled to make just under $5 million. In comparison to CD Lamb.
I read 7.5.
He's better receiver than Lamb.
Chase's contract.
I think just straight talent wise, I think he's the best in the league right now.
Who?
See, they're saying
Jamar Chase.
Oh, okay.
They're saying that he's under contract for 7.7.
Well, that's the average because next year he's due $21 million if they keep him.
Well, but he's already got it. They signed him to a 19.7 million at the beginning of his contract. So he shouldn't have taken the bonus if he's not going to play all the contract. I really think the owners should start telling these guys,
yeah,
you can sit and rot.
Yeah, it's most business isn't done this way, right? We have a deal, and then I know I signed a contract with you, but I don't like it because I'm only getting $7 million. That's pretty hard to fly with the general public, And then you go to buy an NFL ticket, and what it costs you, $300 for some nosebleeds or something,
But at the same time, I kind of can see it from their angle too.
Yeah,
they know as a receiver, as a running back, as a quarterback, and whatever. The average shelf life is what? If they're lucky, 7 years, maybe 8.
Oh, I think the average is close to 4.5 or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. So you can understand why they got it. I want all the money and I want it now attitude. I mean, because at any time, all of it could be gone. And once hit, that's it. They're done. So I kind of can see why the urgency is there because they're trying to get their money for their life, right?
Yeah.
Now you give me $7 million a day, I promise you, I'm done. I could do a lot of things with $7 million.
No doubt. So this says around 3.3 years is the average NFL career.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
So I would
tell these guys.
I kind of see why they have to do what they do. He goes and plays this year with them for $7 million and gets his 2 ACLs torn or whatever and destroys them and can't come back. That's it. That's all he ever makes. Or he can hold out and say screw it, and he's at least playing right now. He's being a man. He's showing up to camp, but
he's not playing. He's just showing up.
Yeah,
he's not touching the ball. He's just showing up.
Can he still go drink the Gatorade, or is that off limits?
He could hand out the Gatorade. I don't know. That's
maybe he should be water boy.
Tampa Tom says, who would never do that? Tom Brady.
Patrick Mahomes.
Woohoo! Part
Who would
owner of
never
the
do
Las
that?
Vegas Raiders.
Tom Brady.
Right, because all his money came under the table.
Are you guys aware there's someone in chat? I sent you a text, but
so Jimmy, it looks like Jimmy P's back there, Ed.
He can come up if he wants. I've invited him to everything we've done. So I don't know. Hey Jimmy.
Man, I'm glad you guys don't work for an ambulance service.
Well,
me too.
Oh, where'd he go?
Let him sit back there and steal a little while longer. I mean, that's the way I look at that shit.
What happened?
That's what I say to them.
Jimmy, we were able to find somebody to take your spots.
Yeah.
I was stressed
listen,
out.
Ed. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, buddy, but something came up and I just can't do it this year. That's number one. And number two is I think it would be fair to let 2 other guys win this year. What do you think?
That's what Ryan said.
Yeah, right.
But Ryan won it 2 years
really.
ago.
Listen,
Maybe I can back to my
yeah,
own ways.
I know.
Or Kenny can.
I know that, and I'm just gonna make a few enemies up here. I love all you guys. It was a blast last year. It was, but I'm just too darn busy with all kinds of crap going on in my life right now, and it wouldn't even be fair to try to compete. You know, I don't know if I could keep up or not, and that wouldn't be fair to the league. Okay, and I want to just say something here and now in front of Kenny and Brian and Ed and Whip. I think that Ryan is one badass fantasy football player. I do.
So I
Because
get
of that
lucky
team?
sometimes.
Did you see his team that he drafted or he auctioned?
No, I have no idea. But listen,
We all thought
Um,
he
did
thought
well.
he was going
I'm-
to run out of money by the end of it.
Very well.
It's stacked.
no, listen. What I'm really trying to say is I like Ryan the most. That's all. I'm just saying. And you know why? Because
You're making this weird, Jimmy.
he has given me the least amount of grief in the last 4 years. Whip is a close second to Ryan. Whip is a close second. Whip doesn't give me a lot of trouble. But I have a feeling that if we were buddies in real life, he'd be giving me all kinds of shit. I really do believe that.
Well, who's number one then?
Yeah. Who's giving
Oh,
you the
definitely.
most shit?
I think he just asked. He just asked the question. Yeah. And Kenny,
Yeah,
Is
Number
Pepin wearing
one.
a Kickers
Kenny's-
jersey?
I think Kenny's just too darn busy to give me any problems. You know, I wish I was as busy as he is. I do, because I was about your age when I had to stop working, and I really miss working. I really do. And
Jimmy, you do not know,
You know.
how every day I wish I could not.
How long ago was
Well-
that? Jimmy? That was like 30 years ago, right?
yeah, it was about 30 years ago. Yeah, it was. But listen, I wish there was a way I could follow your league without being part of it, but you'd have to make it public for that. I know you don't want to do that, but if you just keep updating it on your Friday night shows, I would like to follow along, because I think you guys were a blast last year, and I'm really sorry that I had to do it at the last minute, Ed. I apologize for that. I do.
Well, I was stressed out at the beginning of the show because I read your message like 20 minutes beforehand, but Shane took two of your teams. Because we were going to get rid of that Dangleberry guy because he didn't show up at all this year or last year. So we got rid of Dangleberry, and I was like, oh my God, we've got to figure out 3 teams now, guys. But we were able to do it in the first 5 minutes. So my stress levels went from here to there so fast.
It's all good.
Well, that's
Yeah.
great, Ed. I'm really glad. Like I said, I apologize for it. And listen, guys, this year is going to be
Nothing's
very, very
changed,
interesting.
Jimmy. I mean, just look at that comment. Nothing's changed. Everybody still wants to say Tom Brady was the greatest quarterback that ever played the game. See that?
Wait, no, I don't think he said that.
Pretty sure he
He
did.
says, you know who would never do that? Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah,
would
basically
never
saying
sit
he's the
out
greatest
because he was
quarterback that
always
ever
getting money
played
under
the
the
game.
table.
That's what he was saying.
So listen, Ed, how
Jimmy.
many? Go ahead.
What would you do with a guy like Chase? He's holding out, but he has 2 years left on his contract, and he spent the $20 million signing bonus.
You know, the last time I drafted a guy that was holding out, it burned my ass the entire season. So I wouldn't do it. I just try to jump on him when he decides to play. Or did somebody already draft him?
Okay, honey. I
No,
love you.
I think
Like
that
Josh
the league should
Jacobs.
give him the money.
Josh Jacobs
I don't
held out
think-
with the Raiders last year, and that didn't work out so well.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
mean
wish
what would you
the
do?
owners?
What?
Yeah, if you were the owner of Cincinnati.
Oh, boy, I tell you.
You have heard the trade rumor, haven't you? There's a rumor rolling out there, posting in Minnesota and Cincinnati, that they are considering taking Jordan Addison, and I think we're going to give him a 2nd round pick and a 5th round pick. We get Jamar Chase and a 7th round pick from them. is what I've been hearing.
You know what you
That
guys
might
should
work
do is
out
try to
good
get
for
their
everybody.
backup quarterback.
Yeah,
Their
you need a
backup
quarterback,
was
Kenny.
awesome.
but
Hey,
they,
Sam Darnold can't get a pass thrown to Jamar Chase and Justin
Sam
Jefferson.
Darnold.
He'll throw it.
I think
he'll,
even
he'll
he
throw
can
to
do
those
good.
two guys,
I
but
could
he'll
go up
also
there
throw
being
to
a
the
quarterback
defense.
at 56 years old and probably do all right with those two receivers.
Should have kept Cousins.
He's going to throw to the defense more.
they tried. He didn't want anything to do with them.
Yeah, Kenny. Listen, I hope I do not have to hear you complain about Sam Darnold like you did Kirk Cousins. That's all I can say.
The guy that I wanted, though, Jimmy, and I've said it all along, I wanted my Vikings to draft Bo Nix. It would have been the perfect solution. We wouldn't have had to give up any additional draft picks. Take Bo Nix. We still would have got Tucker. I mean, I think that kid's going to be amazing, and I think he's already proven. I think that kid is going to be the next quarterback coming.
Kenny,
out.
don't worry. Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins are going to crush him. He's going to get sandwiched between the two of them. And then, he'll be
Ryan,
out.
you better watch the tape, baby. He don't hold the ball that long, brother.
He better not.
Watch the tape.
He better not hold that ball long. They're coming.
Now, Kenny, when would what pick would they have had to take Bo Nix?
We would have got him at the same pick. We wouldn't have had to move
And
up.
who
We were sitting at number 11 spot already. We didn't have to do nothing. We could have sat there. We already had picked up I think it was.
Yeah, they were one pick before the Broncos at 12, where the Broncos got him.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were afraid. They were afraid the Broncos were going to jump. They wanted this McCarthy so bad, and Peyton said, "I didn't want McCarthy. I got the guy I wanted. He did it just to mess with their head. Just some dirty. He's still pissed because of the Minnesota Miracle."
And then everybody says the Raiders wanted Michael Penix, but Atlanta is putting him in reserves.
They're
Yeah, I
being
think that was
quiet
really
with that kid, dude. They're not even letting him play in the preseason. I let him play one game, and that's it. They shelved him.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's so
because
silly.
they know Cousins probably at some point going to get yanked. Once they realize he ain't the guy that they thought he was, just like all these other poor teams. He's probably in the last 5 to 10 years one of the most highest paid quarterbacks out there. If you look it up, I bet you he is. And he's done nothing. He's done
nobody's
rings.
made more money in the NFL than Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I mean,
we
I think
hear
he's
about
number one, like all time.
They talk about Atlanta on the news here all the time. If they cut him at the end of the year, they still have to pay him $64 million if they cut him at the end of the year.
I don't understand why they didn't take that. There were some amazing receivers available in that first round that would have been game changers. Franchise changers. Penix is all right, but is he really that good that you would risk being able to? They could have either went defense or wide receiver. I mean, they got Drake London, but who else do they've got? They could have got
It's going to
Harrison.
be another love story.
Yeah, they could have got Harrison. They could have got that neighbor kid.
Yeah, somebody on defense.
They could have got Worthy.
Brock Bowers.
So I don't know, man. I think a lot of teams are the one team in the league. I think at the end of this year is going to be like, oh crap, what have we done? Is going to be Buffalo. They go and trade their pick to their biggest rival in their conference, and they draft Worthy, and I think that's going to come back because I think Coleman is going to be all right, but I think if Worthy and Allen would have had teamed up, that could have been just beautiful, man. I think he's going to do all right with Patrick, but I mean, I'm still scratching. To me, that was the dumbest trade of the season, is them doing that.
Kenny's drafting Worthy tomorrow morning. You heard it here first.
The who?
Worthy.
That is the bad thing about talking about this the night before the draft, huh?
Yeah.
But then again, we're the ASE. We're supposed to be talking some football, right?
Oh yeah,
Wait, is that a cat behind you, Jimmy?
Yep.
Where?
Jimmy Cat.
That's not a cat.
No.
Yeah, it looks like a cat.
It's a
This?
ghost. I think.
It looks like a black and white cat.
Yeah, that looked like
No,
a
that's a-
cat.
No. I do have a black cat that's running around though.
It looked like two whiskers.
Hey, listen,
or
It
two
totally
ears.
did. It totally did. I would have
I,
bet
I was
money that
getting
it
so
was.
excited to see a cat.
Well, I can
My
get you a
cat's left
cat.
me.
You want to see it?
Who gets
Ed wants
excited
to
about a
see
cat?
some-
Now, if you want to get excited, go get a dog. Go get a dog, Kenny. All right, Jimmy.
Both my cats are with my dad watching the football game upstairs.
Oh, if you could
Let's go
only get him to
Raiders.
do that
How are they doing?
on game day.
It's Cincinnati
I got a
versus
question for
somebody.
you,
I don't
Bo.
know who.
Oh, Raiders are playing right now too. They're playing.
Yeah,
The
the
Niners-
Raiders
I got a
running
question.
back is awesome.
Zeus.
Is it
Your-
Zeus White?
Is your
that
question how to not look like Max Headroom when you're in your camera? Oh, he's
Who,
blocked.
me?
Up. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Hey, non-quarterback rookie. Non-quarterback rookie. Who's gonna have the best season this year?
Brock Bowers.
The Bears quarterback.
I
You said
said non-quarterback. With
Oh, non-quarterback.
yeah,
Oh,
because
hell,
that's
is
kind of
there-
obvious sometimes with the quarterback.
I don't even know.
Uh,
what
what about
Bears
Marvin
quarterback
Harris
Harris?
are.
does. I know.
Mine's-
Rod
mine's
Jr.
just-
Yeah,
Yep, Harrison
Mine's
could
I
be
think
in
it's
there.
going to be a very interesting season.
between Worthy and Harrison. I think one of those two guys is. I think they're both going to have incredible years. I just don't know who's going to have the best.
Okay. And
Maybe
Brian,
Russell
what do you think? What do you think of the Jets this year, Brian?
Number
This is
one,
Ryan.
baby.
Oh, no.
Super Bowl year.
Super Bowl year.
He's watching his fish.
Back and watch.
They're gonna start stacking Super Bowl trophies now, baby. Got to start with one, right? And then you can move on.
Well, they won the second Super Bowl or something, right?
The Jets.
I just hope to see one before I die. That would be.
Oh, yeah, I guess
amazing.
they did.
One.
Was it number 2 or was it like number 7 or something?
It's the
Or
one
two.
where
69, I think.
The Chiefs were in number 1 and number 3.
Yeah.
and got beat both times by the Packers, right?
But they lost.
Nope, we beat the Minnesota guys in number 3.
Okay, so it was the Packers in 1 and 2 then, right?
Yeah, I wish
the
we could play
Raiders
the
beat
Minnesota all the
Minnesota
time.
in the Super Bowl too.
Okay, Ed, here we go.
This is ancient history now. NFL ancient history. There you go. There's a
It
little.
was before I was born, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I got to see one.
God,
Or not.
look at those cute eyes.
This is Shadow,
What's his
Ed.
name?
Shadow.
Shadow. That's a good name.
I was sitting on the
I was-
porch about 2 years ago. This little kitten just walks up to the porch and starts rubbing on my feet. This is him.
Aw. Smart cat.
Yeah, like I need another cat. There he goes.
How do you guys feel about Neighbors?
I think he's going to be amazing.
I think Malik Neighbors is really good, but I also think Jaden Daniels is really good. So I don't know, like, was one making the other good, or I'm kind
You
of
know what,
confused
dude?
about that. I'm interested to see.
This neighbor kid reminds me a lot of Megatron.
I heard a lot of good things about him in Chicago because they were talking, you know, how the Bears had 2 first rounders, and they were talking. Well, they were definitely getting Caleb in round 1 first pick, but they were like, can we get, do you think we'll be able to get Harrison too? And I'm like, no, you're picking like 9th or something like that. He's going to be long gone by then. But Neighbors was an option, but he even went before they got the pick too.
I think a lot of teams are going to be wishing they got Worthy.
Long
Where's
time
the
ago,
Worthy?
just had
That was
3.
first round what pick, Ed? 23rd or something? You guys got him?
Who's that? I'm sorry, I was
Worthy.
looking at
Wasn't he
my
like the 22nd or 23rd?
Worthy. I think he was the 27th.
27th pick.
We only
Can you
moved
believe it?
down like 3 spots to get him.
28 out of Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess if we're at 32, that would make sense. 3 spots down would be 38 or 28.
I'm
I
just
was
looking.
kind of mad that they wasted a pick just to move 3 spots down. But it turns out we got Kingsley anyway, so that was good. I tell you, Kingsley, we got in the second round. He's going to be our starting left tackle, and he's looking like a freaking monster stud.
Hey Ed, what kind of season you think Rice is going to have?
I don't know.
If he even
It really
plays, right?
depends what happens with it.
Yeah.
He like in the preseason, he hasn't been huge, but I think that they're making sure that they get the ball to the guys that they're thinking about cutting versus the guys they know that are going to be on the team.
Okay.
So I think Tony's gone. Kadarius Toney has done nothing but fail in all the preseason games.
And he's also the highest cap, isn't he?
Who's gonna bobble
Yeah,
the ball around?
He's a guaranteed $2.5 million loss if we cut him.
Boy, that was something last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. And he doesn't look like he's improved at all. And he's also been injured 3 times in practice this year. So he's already missed a lot of practice. So I don't know. The Chiefs are even talking about still trying to get another receiver before the end of the year or before opening day.
Tell
do
him
you
to
guys
come
think
to our
Ayuk's
draft.
gonna get traded?
Who's that?
Do you guys think Brandon Ayuk's gonna get traded from the Niners?
I think Pittsburgh's got a shot at getting him.
I thought that was a done deal already, but it didn't happen. So
No, it's because he keeps holding it up.
He's got a no trade clause, I think. He probably doesn't like those quarterbacks.
Maybe that's another trade partner
Right.
with Cincinnati.
Scotty the Fish Freak's here. Good evening.
Woohoo!
So
Poor Scotty.
Getting
He's
back
going
to
to
your-
miss his draft. He's got to work.
getting back to your
Well, he can
getting
like
back to your
pre-rank them
draft.
and stuff, you know.
Getting your back to
What
your
were you
draft
saying?
tomorrow. Who's the number 1 pick gonna be?
We don't even know our draft order yet, Jimmy.
yeah.
How does that work?
Well-
How does that work, Ed? How do you
About
pick
like
the draft
15 minutes beforehand, I think you find out.
Yahoo just randomly
Ed?
does it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Yahoo
Man,
just
that's nice.
randomly picks like 15 minutes beforehand, I want to say.
I got terrible drafts. I got like 8th draft in all the leagues last year. It sucked so bad.
You and me, I was either right ahead of you or right behind you, remember?
Yeah, that was so funny. This year, though, I think it's about the first round has about 15 good players. So being at the back half is going to be a lot better than it was last year.
Yeah, I mean, I think you either want to be very top and get Christian McCaffrey, or pretty much just be at the bottom. So you get a first and an early second. You know.
Last year, it just
Well-
seemed like all the projections, and it might be the same this year. You know, all these guys they're projecting to be good just suck.
Well, yeah, it's a crapshoot.
It is. That's the whole fun of it, you know. And,
Since
and
Jimmy
you never
G's not
know
playing, literally nobody knows.
your quarterback that you draft thinking that he's going to be the shit, and he gets hurt the third play of the season. That
Yeah.
what are
Yeah,
you supposed to do then?
Yeah, that auction draft team of mine looks good right now, but it might be in shambles in no time.
Yeah, they thought the Eagles
Well-
were guaranteed NFL champions, what, 3-4 years ago. Remember when they spent all that money and did
Well-
them no good?
Every year, I'm like a big believer that the Eagles are just going to dominate, and they haven't really. Well, I mean, they went like 13 and, they won like 13 games a couple of times, I think, but they didn't do anything in the playoffs.
Well, last year you thought they were going to do 15 or 16 games, and they fucking choked out the whole second part of the
Yeah. Yes, they did.
Yeah, they fell apart in the second half, right?
Mm-hmm.
With me
Yes,
on,
they
I'll
did.
give I'll give two strategies that I'm trying to do. I'm going to do something called the hero running back, where you pick one good running back and then go wide receivers and other players, because running backs have such a high rate of injury that when you waste too many picks high on running backs, you're losing if they get hurt, because they have such a high rate of getting injured. They have like a 60% chance of getting injured that it's not worth getting two. But it's if you can get the one that lasts all year, it's awesome. But like wide receivers have a lot less injury rate, and then there's so many good quarterbacks. So I hold off on my quarterback, and I never get Patrick Mahomes, but I just won't invest in a quarterback in the first 3 rounds if they're only going to get a few more points than a guy that's going to be drafted in the 9th or 10th round.
I had Mahomes last year. He was not great as far as getting
Yeah,
me points
Well,
had no
because he had nobody to
receivers.
catch the ball. Yeah.
This year he's going to be off the charts, I think, especially when Hollywood gets back to health. Holy God, they're going to be something.
I
They
hope
got a
so.
very
I'd love
good
to see
shot
him
at a
back to
three-peat
50.
this year, I think. Very good shot at a three-peat.
I hope he gets back to 50 touchdowns, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
Hey, Ed, I saw that the players voted the top 100 players in the league like a month ago.
There we go.
And put Tyreek
And,
Hill number 1.
Yeah, and Lamar Jackson was rated higher than Mahomes.
Tyreek
Well,
Hill.
That's because it's
Fuck
voted
these
on by the
pregnant ladies.
players.
Well, I know, but I don't think they like Patty. I really
They
don't.
don't like Patty because he got a half a billion dollar contract. They don't like hearing that.
I like the guy too
but
much
they-
myself.
You know who was
Actually,
salty
they
as
love him.
hell?
There's 11
Jalen Johnson from the cornerback for the Bears. He is so salty. Yeah, again, I'm not really a Bears fan, but that's who's on the sports radio talk shows here. And because they didn't vote him in the top 100, man,
Oh, really?
oh,
Oh,
he is salty. Yeah.
Well, prove him wrong.
Patrick Mahomes is the
Yep.
12th highest paid quarterback now.
Which tells
That
me
is
that he's
nuts.
going to probably want to sit out if he doesn't get repaid soon too.
Well, but he's making $500 million on ads, and that's why
Yeah.
players don't like him, because
He's
he's making
the
all the money on
insurance
the
salesman.
ads.
And,
Yeah,
and
and the
Insurance,
ketchup.
finish news, freaking Burger
Everything,
King.
Subway.
Yeah,
And-
he's
And
got
now
like
Kelsey's making almost $500 million. Those two are on every commercial. It's nuts.
well then
CMS meds.
yeah, he's making all that money and he gets to go home to Taylor every night. Are you kidding me?
Plus, everybody hates the good
Woo!
all the time. The way it works.
I have no problem with him. Not at all.
No, making all that money and he goes home to her. Come on now.
He makes me ill, mainly because he's so damn good.
Oh, thank you.
I find it disgusting.
Well, now you got a tight end of your own to mess with.
Well,
Yeah.
Hey, Ed, is that
Nope.
contract guaranteed, by the way? How much money is guaranteed on the
Oh,
whole?
dude, it was atrocious. Like 80% of the
to
contract.
Mahomes?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know for sure.
A
Mahomes
lot
had
of
to
it.
take a
What
pay
was-
cut.
What,
It was
Help
like
the team.
80% of the contract was.
Yeah, it was a ton.
what would happen if he broke his leg, Ed? Who would back him up?
We have Carson Wentz and who's not,
Whoa.
I mean, I know he's been terrible, but he's also been good. He has 3-to-1 touchdowns to interception rate in his career with Wentz.
Well, I'm joking, of course, but you know what? For all the goofy stuff that Mahomes does on the field, the guy does not get injured. Knock
The
on
You know
wood.
what, though, dude? How could
The
you not
guarantee on
love
this
the
contract-
behind the back left-handed pass to Kelsey this past weekend? I mean, come on.
And then you got guys that get hurt, walking down the steps. It's crazy.
Guaranteed on his contract is $141 million.
That's all he got guaranteed?
Yeah. $10
That ain't
million,
that good.
$450 million contract, $10 million signing bonus, $141 million guaranteed, and yeah.
Well, we
He's
lost
probably not
Brian
worried
for sure
about it.
now. He's into his fish deep now. Look at him.
I had to do that right when you guys started talking football.
I was feeding my fish beforehand too. But they're probably just not worried about him, and he wants to be able to change the contract if it helps the team.
Yeah, he'd rather win championships than sell commercials. He's doing the smart thing. One more reason for me to hate him.
But
I know.
you guys have a player that I absolutely love, and that is Crosby. I love
Mad
Crosby.
Max. That's my boy. Yeah, he's my favorite current player.
Fourth
for sure.
round draft pick.
Hey,
Oh,
buddy.
man.
Fourth round, and he's
I love
freaking
that guy.
awesome.
I've
He's got
always
awesome
liked
podcasting.
defensive guys.
He has a high motor,
would
man.
bet-
He never quits. That kid never quits. For the time as soon as they snap the ball until they blow the whistle, he is going.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He reminds me of Jared
What's
Allen a little bit.
What's his contract look like, Ryan?
He just got a raise. They gave him a raise. He didn't even ask for one, and they gave him a raise.
He's
Man,
up
yeah,
there
that
in the
was a
top
smart
three, I
move.
think.
Crosby contract.
Yeah, I've always liked defense. Call me old fashioned, whatever.
4
but,
years,
you know.
94
You're
million.
old-fashioned. It's all about scoring touchdowns, man.
That's true. That's true.
I think my favorite
Steelers-
players
The
mostly been
Steelers have the
defensive
best
players.
linebacker on the planet right now, and they can't win a damn thing. Been screwed out of 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
see, that's one thing I
Is
hate
that-
about fantasy sports. Like you get an awesome, say you have a Steelers defense and they're doing incredible, but Russell Wilson throws a pick 6 and then you just got scored on. It has nothing to do with your defense,
Right.
Yeah, it sucks. Totally agree. But yeah, are you
So
talking?
who do we?
Oh, go ahead.
What
Jimmy.
team do we like this year, guys?
Try it again. You went Max
He said
Headroom on
what-
us again.
What? Well, I see him
What-
fine.
What
Oh, maybe
what
it's
team
me.
do we? What team do we like this year? I mean, is there a front runner? Is it kind of going to be 3 or 4 teams?
I mean, I think there's a bunch that are in the mix, especially in
That's
the
what I think
AFC,
too. Yeah,
especially
I
in
think
the
so
AFC.
too.
Certainly the Chiefs, right? I got to put the
Chiefs, for sure.
Eagles back in there. The
I'm going to write
Dolphins.
this all down.
The Dolphins might be ridiculous this year. Ravens always got a shot.
49ers,
Niners definitely in it. Yeah.
Philadelphia,
Yeah.
You know who's
Green
gonna?
Bay.
A
The
lot
Lions.
a lot of people are talking about the Houston Texans.
Texans are going to be hot.
Yeah. Texans too. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I
There's
had
another West.
that
team.
rookie quarterback
I mean,
has to prove it that he can do it multiple years in a row. But yeah,
Well, this
he
year's
looked good
gotten
last
better,
year.
dude. They got
He looked
Diggs.
awfully good. He looked like
They
the
got
real
Diggs
deal.
and
to
they
me.
got Janelle Hunter. They got a lot of good free agents this past offseason.
And
Let's start
they
off
loaded
with
up.
Jimmy. Jimmy, give us
What's
your. This is week 0, so this is the preseason. Who's number 1 in both sides? And what we'll do is every week we'll update it, and you can change as the year goes on. Maybe next week we'll have to do more of a full rankings.
Power rankings or pick the divisions. Pick the division
Yeah, but-
winners. We did that last year. That was fun.
But let's just go with just who's the top NFC team to you, Jimmy.
The top NFC team. Wow.
And everybody can think about it. I'm going to ask NFC and AFC.
You had to come to the old guy first, right? Yeah, okay.
Well, if you'd like, I could go with
Um,
Penny first.
Yeah, go with that youngster Kenny first. Yeah.
Well, in the
What do you
AFC, I'm
think?
not going to go against your Chiefs this year, Ed. So this would be the year you lose because I'm going with them. So you're screwed. But I will
Thank you.
say that
Appreciate it.
I think the changes they made on both sides of the ball. I think you're going to be all right. I think they're going to definitely be the AFC. And then on the NFC, I think it's going to come out of the North. I just can't decide.
Cheeseheads.
I can't decide between Green Bay or Detroit.
Wow.
But my gut's telling me Green Bay. So I think it'll be a Green Bay, Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl.
Wow.
Chiefs.
Okay, Pep, what do you think?
Well, Jets, of course.
The Jets.
Yeah, I like the Packers. If not the Packers, then the Niners. But you know, I'm gonna say the Packers.
Wow. Okay.
I like Josh
Now-
Jacobs. I'm excited to see what he's gonna do here.
Yeah,
Ryan, what do you say?
me too.
Oh boy, I don't know. I mean, I think the NFC is a little bit closer, a little bit tighter. You gotta consider San Francisco or the Eagles. I don't know. I always pick the Eagles, and I'm always wrong. I'll do it again. And
Disappointment.
AFC, I just think it's wide open. I mean, like, you can't deny the Chiefs' success. They've been doing it, year after year now. But they have a lot of competition between the Ravens and the Texans, and
Maybe
I
Cincinnati.
think the Dolphins are going to start hot. Dolphins might
Yeah.
peter out as the weather gets cold, but I don't know. Who knows? The Bengals might be good. I'll
Yeah.
go with the Ravens, just so I don't have to say your team name.
Ooh. Well, that would be a really close Super Bowl.
Ryan, Ryan.
Jimmy.
Yeah, I got mine now. I'm gonna go Lions, Ravens.
You motherfucker.
And
Now, why
that's
did
with
you
my
say that,
heart.
Whip?
I like that Lions pick.
I bet that was what Whip was going to
But
say.
I also
That
like
is,
the-
that is
I like the
exactly what
Packers,
I was
too.
going to take.
Are you serious?
Well,
Yep,
go ahead
I was
and
going to
pick
go
them.
Ravens, but no, I can't do it now.
Oh, baby, you big baby,
That
you
one
can
picked
do
the
it.
same thing.
Come on.
Yeah, you don't
That
want to
one
agree with
copied-
Jimmy. That's just
Well, if I was a betting man, and
Hey, Ryan.
literally going to the DraftKings.com and dropping a bet, it's the Chiefs and 49ers. But
Chiefs and-
I don't know. I'm going to go with I don't know. The Bills are still way up there, but they don't got shit now. I'm going to go with the Ravens and the Packers, I guess. Did somebody already do that one? What?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Ravens, Packers.
3 of us took the Ravens.
And 3 with Green Bay. And
Just
then,
because we
well, of course, I'm
don't
going to
like
go
the
with my
Chiefs.
Chiefs. But there are some really good, exciting AFC teams that I am looking. I'm looking forward to seeing Derrick Henry, even though I hate Baltimore. I love Derrick Henry, and I'd like to see him behind a good line and see what he does.
How many years has that dude
8
been
years.
in the
He started his 8th
Man,
year in the league.
I don't see it happening for that guy.
He hasn't slowed down though.
22
Injuries
years
haven't-
he's been
He
playing.
didn't do crap
And-
for me last year, Ed. I had him on
Well-
my team, and he didn't do a damn thing.
That was because Spears stole too much of his play. They were trying to keep him alive, longer. They didn't want to injure him, so they cut his play down and played Spears. And I think that was a major mistake and
Yeah.
a big reason why Vrabel got fired. But yeah, and Miami is a fun team to watch too. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch it's gonna be fun all the way around this year. And then I like Detroit, but I'm not gonna pick Detroit. And I don't see the 49ers look like the team to beat, but normally the team that just went to the Super Bowl doesn't show up the next year. So I'm gonna go with Philly with Saquon.
Yeah, how many years can that team keep showing up? I mean,
Philly?
no,
This is
no,
their
well,
last year.
not Philly. The Niners. I didn't go with the Niners because I'm like, man,
Well-
they've been lost what 2 or 3 times now.
McCaffrey's tough to beat.
Well, look at what's going to happen. They can't get Akua signed. They're going to have the same issue with Samuel here soon. Then Kittle's going to be. I don't see how they can keep the guys together at this point. They're all worth a lot of money now.
Just need the
Then
one.
they're going to have to pay Purdy here pretty soon too.
Philly
Yeah,
is
that's
going to
when
be
it's
the
really going to change is when they have to pay Purdy. I mean, they're getting such a smoking deal right now at quarterback that's what really helps them build that team. You know, it's like
he
the
should hold out
Seahawks
like
did
Lamar
with
Chase.
Wilson. You know,
Yeah, Wilson did that too. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's how they
Yeah.
had that amazing defense for as long as they did, and then when they had to pay him, the defense went away.
So
2
long,
years ago-
Legion of Boom.
Philadelphia really screwed up all their contracts to be able to get that team to the Super Bowl. And I think it's next year they have to pay Jalen Hurts $98 million against the cap.
Well, they just got Jahan Dotson too. Washington
And the
traded them
next-
in the division.
This is their last year to try to win it before they have to cut their whole freaking team.
Hey, and since I'm not playing this year, I'm just going to go ahead and remind you guys about Mr. Jalen Hurts. Remember all those tush pushes that he gets at the goal line. He gets a
Yeah.
lot of touchdowns. I had him last year. I won the league because I had him. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I won the year before because of him
Kenny, can you just
Yep.
in a
drop
league.
Jimmy down so he doesn't tell any of my secrets? You know, like
Well,
get this guy out of
you
here.
know,
Ridiculous.
I think the tush push is going to go down now that they got Shankwan and they lost Kelsey.
yeah, they
Well,
lost Kelsey.
that's
He was a
true.
big part of
That is true. And also, the other tip for Ryan would be, since he appreciates my knowledge so much,
that. Gee, thanks.
the stock of running backs has gone down in fantasy, but not the guys that like to catch passes. The guys that catch the ball are great running backs. Just
I didn't
saying.
even understand that one. You guys can use that.
Tell you a
one.
guy that you got to check out too. I will give one sleeper hint. There's a young man by the last name of Jones that plays for the Chicago Bears. I'm pretty sure he's going to make the squad, and I bet you he lands the second spot before it's over.
You're
I've been
pretty
watching
sure he's
that.
going to make the team, and you're recommending him?
He'll make the team.
That's your sleeper.
Well, that's a sleeper. That's a
That's a
sleeper, all right.
If
For
he
everybody
makes
that's
the
in a
team,
20-man league,
he's gonna be amazing.
Hey, and I know all you guys can appreciate a team that has a running back that runs for 1,500 yards, but they bring in another guy at the goal line. Don't you like that one?
oh, yeah. Well, man, I'm loving this kid that the Chiefs have, that's Carson Steele. He's crazy awesome. He's a running back. If Pacheco goes down, I'd rather see Carson Steele than Pacheco, because Pacheco is a workhorse that seems to always get you like he's like the guy in Pittsburgh that always gets short yardage, but he always gets to short yardage and gets a lot of play. What's your guy's name?
Najee Harris.
Yeah, Harris. Harris always gets like a lot of short yards, but he doesn't break a lot of stuff. And that's the
Right.
same as Pacheco. But the Steele, he has that breakaway ability.
Dude, in his
It's
legs,
really-
I thought Saquon Barkley had jumbo thigh. This dude looks like he has 2 literal tree trunks for legs.
Who's that? Steele's?
That Steele guy.
Yeah, they're listing him as a fullback because he knows how to block, but he got 2,500 yards for Ball State his sophomore and junior year, and then he wanted to play in the Pac-10, so he went to UCLA, I think, and he got
He
like
runs
800.
angry. I mean, he's an angry runner. That
So-
stiff arm we put on that kid this past week. I mean,
Oh.
holy Christ.
I would lean on him
absolutely
hard
love
then
it.
early on and then just burn him up because those guys never last very long, but they are great for the first 3 or 4 years, right?
I'm stoked about Steels.
Yeah,
So,
they just take so much punishment though.
well, I don't think he'll take a lot of punishment right off the bat because he's not the starter.
Right. No, that's. But if you're going to use him for a starter, then they tend to burn out.
Well, I don't know, man. I kind of remind him, or he reminds me of Cap McCaffrey. He's just he's quick and probably
That's
because he's
strong.
white. You know, you hope that you have a McCaffrey.
And we
But-
made it 2 hours, bro. 2 hours. 2 hours and a half.
Before I said something about the McCaffrey,
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. 'Cause I wish he was as good as like Emmett. You know, like Emmett was an ultimate bruiser. They were trying to compare him to the guy we were just talking about that was in Tennessee and now he's with Baltimore.
Derrick
King
Henry.
King
Derrick
Henry.
Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Roll
But
Tide.
I wish he's not anywhere the size of Henry.
Henry is a giant.
Dude, you know who
human,
he
isn't
runs angry like is Walter Payton. Peyton
Yes.
ran angry like that. Peyton was angry runner. I love the angry runners, dude.
Yes, there you go. That's a good one.
And he survived a long time in the league too. He is the anomaly.
Yeah,
And
but
then he-
ultimately it cost him his life. They think all those years of playing running back literally cost him his life.
Gave him liver cancer? He got liver cancer and he never drank any alcohol.
Well, he did hit. He also had that
What a waste.
concussion disease or whatever they call it, wasting disease or whatever.
Nico just came
Very
in.
sad.
He's scared of the face hugger. I've got
What?
the face hugger on the can of popcorn, and he's afraid of getting too close to it.
What is a face hugger?
What is a face hugger?
Oh my.
Oh,
Nico's
God.
afraid of it.
I hated those things in that movie.
Remind me not to get any face hugs.
I
I
think
tell you
Ryan's
what,
ready for midnight.
Just in case anything ever happens to me, and I don't have a chance to say this to you fellas, I've known you quite a while now. I hope that each one of your teams wins a Super Bowl, except Ed. You already have enough. You already have enough, Ed. Sorry.
But wouldn't it be nice to win
Right.
3?
And every Super Bowl that the Vikings have lost, I was pulling for them every time. Growing up, I liked the Vikings, you know, and
The one in
Pittsburgh.
my life, the one that was so disappointing me out of all the Vikings teams was the year that we had Carter, Rice, and Moss as receivers. We had Smith running the ball. We had John Randall up the middle. We had insane. Our defense
That was a good
absolutely
team.
off the charts.
Yeah,
And you never even made it.
Oh,
to Super
50
You
Bowl.
had
and
Reed.
1, and that's the year
Yeah,
that
Jake
Atlanta
Reed.
beat us.
Jake Reed was
That
your
was
wide
a
receiver, and he
really
was
good
awesome.
team. Yeah.
Yeah, our kicker shanks that kick, and we ended up losing by 3. I was so pissed.
And right behind the Vikings, of course, is poor Peplin with his Jets. They haven't won since 1969. So, you
Yes,
know,
he
come
won
on.
one.
What year?
Oh,
was
I know,
Peplin
I know.
born, Jimmy?
Summer Bowl.
Jimmy, what year was Peplin born in?
74.
I was going to say that. Okay.
Good guess.
So they have not
I
won
wasn't
one in
gonna
their
answer because
lifetime.
I already knew the answer because I
No.
learned all this when I was back there on the cookout. So I wouldn't have been fair to me to answer.
This year.
When did
He was born
Well,
yesterday.
you know what, Brian? I would not be disappointed. Okay, I would not.
Well, he was
I'm hopeful.
reborn about 3 or 4 years ago when he met Foxy. That's when he was reborn.
and then
That's what I
she
was.
was a Steelers fan, and now she's turned green.
No.
I'm still a Steelers fan.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wimp wasn't here for that. Yeah, your girl up there
Oh,
has a Jets jersey on, or Jets t-shirt.
Oh,
on
I am
right
so
now.
disappointed.
I mean, he can't prove
She's-
it.
you know what? When I was a kid, I liked a lot of different teams. I liked the Steelers when I was a kid with Bradshaw, and I don't know. I think I was just a football fan, and I enjoyed watching good teams play. I think that's basically how I was.
I will say I
Yeah.
miss the defenses, man. I mean, I miss them being able to be football. That's the only. That was back in those days. They didn't care. They would take your head off. I mean,
Man, they
I,
would just beat you to death.
I mean, they said
The Raiders.
One of my
bite
favorites of
people's
all
ankles
time.
on at the bottom of piles. He'd rip their shit up and start biting
All
their
the
ankles.
time. It was just
Ruthless.
some of the stuff that they
Oh,
put
yeah.
on the
Shots
highlight
in the
reels
pile.
now. You're like, oh my god.
Like they
Yeah,
showed
isn't that
when
something?
they were clotheslining them, the running backs run through, and it shows them just clothesline them. I mean,
When I was a kid,
Yeah,
my number was always
seem to
50
remember
for
a-
Singletary.
I seem to
Well,
remember a guy
Singletary
named
was
Jack
50.
Tatum. I'm not sure.
He was a beast.
For Singletary, that's why you picked it for Singletary?
Singletary,
my
another one.
Singletary.
Yeah.
And then when I was in high
Yeah.
school, I went 75 for Howie Long.
Howie
Hell
Long.
yeah. There we go.
See, and he's against a team that I hate, but I respect their player
Love
times a
Howie
year.
Long.
I'd watch every Raiders game I could watch. I mean, they were always fun to watch. Were
Oh yeah.
I
always
saw the
enjoyed
Raiders a
watching,
lot because they were always on TV back then.
Always.
That's how I
Yeah,
got to
Sometimes I
know
have a
Michigan
Steelers,
was
miserable
man.
fun
time
to
watching the
watch.
Raiders.
They were on TV all the time.
Urlacher was
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
oh, Urlacher was insane.
Yep. Urlacher.
That was a little after my playing when I
Talk
was
about
in.
You want to talk about a
tackle, man.
Well, good luck to
Great
everybody's
athlete.
team this year. That's all I'm going to say.
We need it.
Thank you, Jimmy. Who do you want to see win?
Although I think we got a
This
chance of
stream is
being great.
starting to stretch out.
We have no chance of being
This
good.
stream-
Well, Ed, I've said
I
this
think it's
before. I
starting to stretch a
really
little
don't have a favorite team. So,
Do you have a
I
hated
just
team?
want the team that
Tasted success
deserves to win to
recently,
win.
so he knows when not to be delusional. I'm just delusional every year.
But that's what
The
a
second
Raiders
favorite
fan
the
is,
team in
Ryan.
the
Come
Super
on now.
doesn't have five.
Yep.
It doesn't have five Super.
Yeah.
So Ed, one thing we're going to be able to do next
Yeah.
week's show, we're going to get to pick football again, boys. It'll be football season. We'll be able to pick for the first week.
Signals
Uh-oh.
going into
Oh,
crap.
That's why I don't
Everybody
gamble
heard-
on football, Kenny.
Well, guys, I
don't
think
gamble.
seeing it's starting
I'm
to
a
circle and everything. So I think our stream.
Yeah.
I think we wore it out.
Yeah. Friday night. Sure, if you're in the Fish Fam leagues, check out the live draft. It'll be in this entire weekend. We're going to be going 9:00 tomorrow morning Pacific, noon Eastern, and then we'll be following it up again at 4 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Pacific with. Let's see. The early morning, I think, was the East, so it'll be North Division tomorrow afternoon. So got East in
What
the
is it?
morning, North in the afternoon, and on Sunday, 9 a.m., we're going to be
And I'm in the North.
firing it off again. And it'll be South, and then we'll end the evening Sunday night with the West. The West, now, if you guys are in the West Division, pay attention because Ed we're starting an hour. Natural quick because
Uh-oh.
stream goes at 6. So anyway, guys, we will see
Hey, I'd love
everybody
to
this
pop
weekend.